Welcome, guys. We'll start in a few minutes. Okay, I'll talk about all that. Guys, welcome. We start very soon. So, yeah, you're welcome to the live session. We'll start very soon. Yeah. Mm. So tap on your screen, and then share it to others so that they can also join. Tap on your screen, share the video to others so that they can also join, and then that's it. Yeah. Mm, Okay, so welcome once again, guys, to the weekly live session. I need to apologize because last week I couldn't come on live, but today we are here. And we are going to have another interesting session today because I want to share some universities in the US that you can look out for. I know that I made a video yesterday about the Erasmus scholarship, and there are people who have already started applying. Yeah, several people have started applying, and I entreat you all to apply as soon as possible. So, as you are also watching, make sure that you drop all your questions in the comment section, and whilst I go on, I'll be answering your questions. So that is it. Yeah. So let's drop our questions. Also, remember to tap on the screen, share the live, so that others who have not joined will also join for us to proceed. Now, today, like I said, I want to share about um, opportunities in the US. I found a few universities that are very good that you can look out for. They have very good funding for international students. So I'll share those universities with you. I'll go through the programs that they offer and show you how to be able to contact them, or even show you that they provide funding for those opportunities. So yeah, but continue to share the live, and then share the live to others so that they can also join. Now there are some few questions here that I want to look at for before I continue. It said, hello, I applied for the Erasmus scholarship yesterday, and AI gave me hints, share my experience, the voice, my motivation later, but AI just made it in a good shape. Yeah. So yeah, the whole letter body is my own, but I just made it good by AI. Yes. So even though you made it good by AI, retype it by yourself. So type it again by yourself into a different document, and then make a little bit of edits in it, make it more of yours, and then it should be fine. Most especially if you get the ideas from AI, is fine. But try and then make some edits and stuff on it, and you'll be fine. So that is it for that. For the AI, for the Erasmus, there are other people who are also applying, so I entreat you all to also apply. Now, today I'm going to share with you. Yesterday, if you are part of my WhatsApp group, I shared that I'll be sharing some universities today to tell you those who have done their WES evaluation. They can try this particular university, because if they have that evaluation, it will be very good for them. Also, one of the universities, you don't need to pay an application fee, because they they waive your application fee if you attend an information session. So if you attend an information session, then your application fee is waived. You don't have to pay for an application fee. So this is also a very good thing. So I'll share them right now. We can start with yeah. So we can start with one of the universities now, and then we'll go step by step. So I'll start with one of them, which is Virginia Tech University. So it's Virginia Tech University. I'll share my screen right now and then show you the yeah. So Okay, so Virginia Tech University. So this is the how the page looks like. This is at the Virginia Tech. So you see this university, the Virginia Tech University. If you search for it, and you search for, so if you are someone who is targeting the study in US, one thing you should be looking out for is assistantship. Or you're looking for how you are going to fund your study. And one sure way of funding your study is assistantships. So assistantships are more like you get what's the name? You get paid, or you get paid to um, so you get paid to study. So for example, you'll be studying and doing research under one of the professors. So they will employ you as a researcher, and whilst you are doing the research, you're also schooling, and then you get paid. Sometimes the assistantships, the amounts are really big, so it's something that you should look out for. And when you are applying for universities, you don't need universities in the US. You don't need scholarship. What you need is assistantship. So when you are searching for the universities and searching for the positions, make sure that uh, this thing, uh, make sure that you target the assistantship. So if you look at the Virginia Tech University, you realize that I searched for assistantship, and I've already done some work on it, and so I know that this they provide some funding. And if you look at the Virginia Tech, they have some graduate assistantships, and you can look at, they said that many departments evaluate graduate assistantship application to match them with available assistantships. So most of the time when you apply for funding, or when you apply for admission, then they also consider your application for assistantships. And these assistantships could come in either graduate assistantship, graduate teaching assistant, or graduate research assistant. And either of those is fine. You work there, and then whilst you school, and you get paid. Two of my mentees are already in the US who got these assistantships, so you can also win one of these assistantships. So this is something that I entreat you to look out for. These assistantships are very good. You can read most of the things, the information here, what they are, what type of assistant, or what you do as an assistant, and all that. So you can check the requirements and all that. But most of the programs in this university, when you apply for admission, they consider you for admission assistantship. So what you do is that, so for example, you are interested in applying to one of the programs, you go to the graduate school, and then you find the programs. So you look for the programs that they have. So academic programs. So if you click on academic programs, then we go through the programs. They have several programs. They have accounting, they have aerospace engineering, agriculture, and applied economics. They have programs in business. Let me increase this a bit. Yeah. Yeah, so they have programs in animal science, animal poultry, so many programs. So if you go through these, and then you find a program that you are interested in, for example, I'm interested in maybe agricultural and applied economics. So when you go through here, you read through, and they tell you they have the masters and then the PhD, and then you can go through what they need, what they need. They have a program coordinator. So this email is very important. So, for example, if you rather the program coordinator, the person that you can speak out or reach out to, if you are interested in this particular program, one of the things is to write to this person. So, for example, you write to them and say, "Oh, you've seen the program and you are interested in this particular program. You want to know if there are um, assistantship opportunities when you apply for admission, and you want to know how you can do the application." Some of them will say, "Okay, go ahead and do the application. Assistantship will be considered automatically." So always make sure that you try and email this person with your inquiry. Ask them, okay, are there assistantships or are there scholarships? But make sure you target mostly assistantships. Forget about scholarships. So if you see this program like this and you're interested, what you just need to do is to click on the program page. So it will take you to the program page. Yeah, so they have what? Click here to schedule an in-person or virtual appointment. So you can speak to a faculty member, and this is a very good opportunity for you. So they have all the programs here. You can read the PhD here, the masters, and everything. and then you can read everything here. I mean, everything is explained here. So if you want to know how to do the application and everything, they explain it here. You can read through all the details here if you want to do the application. um yeah, if you want to do the application, then you go ahead and do the application. But if you are interested, make sure that you write to the program coordinator. Yeah, write to the program coordinator, and then let's see how it is. So for example, if we are interested in um master's program, so master's in agriculture and resource economics, if you open here, they have the contacts, program coordinator. Like I said, write the person, and they have someone who has studied there. You can read the full details there. What are the things so about the program? They tell you if you want to apply, this is how to apply. For here, they have an application. So Virginia Tech, they have an application fee waiver, but some of them they accept application fee. They have an application fee, but you can request for a waiver. And the email that I showed you is somebody you can write to and ask whether there are opportunities for waivers. And then here you say you need your transcripts, your letter of recommendation, graduate teaching requirements, and blah blah blah. They tell you all the information. International students, you need this. Application fees are this. Check through if you qualify for waiver. So they have waiver information. So if we want to see if we qualify for waiver, we can click on the waiver here. So Virginia Tech application fee waiver request can be submitted. Request tab online applications. Oh, okay. So a Virginia Tech graduate school application fee waiver request is submitted on the fee waiver request tab in the online application. So when you start the online application, there's a place where you can request for an application fee waiver. If you want an application fee waiver or code, there's a form here. You can fill the form, and then whilst you are applying, you send it there and tell them, okay, you are also applying for a fee waiver. And when they see your condition, in that case, they'll waive the $75 for you. So in that case, you don't have to pay for that. And here they say that check your department's web submission deadline. But most of the time, if you're an international student, apply before December 1st or January 15th, so that you'll be given funding and all that. Now they say the graduate sends an official offer of admission to applicants upon the recommendation of this. Admitted applicants who are offered graduate assistantships are not required to make a decision to commit to the assistantship until April 15th. See the assistantship page. So if we go to assistantship page, it can tell us the type of assistant, which is where we started, the type of assistantship. So it doesn't mention whether we should apply for a double one or not. So I'm assuming that in this case, when you make a single application, it suffices with the assistantship. So that is it. Like I said, if you have any information that you need, or you want to clarify whether you can you need to do an extra application for the assistantship, if you click on the contact us, they will tell you that they will give you the email of the course coordinator. Contact us by email with this. And now they even have a set for finance and assistantship related inquiries. Write to this person. So if you write to this person, you tell them, oh, you're applying for this particular course, and you are inquiring to see if there are opportunities for funding for graduate assistantships because you are interested in, and how will you do the application? They'll give you all the information, and that is it. So this is for Virginia Tech, and please go through. You can just search for it online, Virginia Tech University, and then you can do the application. So that is for Virginia Tech, and it's something that I want you all to look out for. This particular university is a very good university, and you can look at it. Now let me check if there are some questions. If not, we'll go to the next one. Hey Freeman, I'm grateful for your guidance, but when it comes to scholarships, I'm concerned with jobs after studies. So what is the odds of finding jobs after studies, particularly health related jobs? The most important thing I'll tell you is to get the scholarship first. Don't worry about the jobs after your study. Make sure you get a scholar when you get to the country, because if you are out of the country, you don't even know the system that you are in, that you will be in. You don't know how the job market is in that system. I mean, you are in your country and you are already thinking about how those things will work there. That shouldn't be your problem now. Your main issue is to find the opportunity and get there. When you get there, remember that you are not the first person to get there. So when you get there, you meet other maybe Ghanaians, Nigerians, you meet other people who are from your side, and they'll be able to guide you to show you, okay, this is how we do it here, this is how we do it here, and all that. But don't worry about that. The main thing is to get the opportunity first before you think about all these other things. Now the next is to go to the next university, and the next university is Ohio University. It's also a very nice university that give very good funding. They give very good funding for people who want to do masters or PhD. So you should check this particular university, and you can check their programs. They have several programs. If you go through, their programs are many. Look at the number of pages. So if you go to the fourth page, they have so many programs, business related programs. They have uh, clinical health related programs. They have so many programs. So yeah, you just need to go through and then see which one you really want, and then go through. For example, you want to do something, I'll just choose one of the programs and then let's see which how it moves. So for example, chemistry, you are interested in doing so you can decide whether you want to do a degree or a doctorate degree or master's. Remember that some of the programs, they allow you to do a PhD directly from bachelor's. In the US, some of them allow you. So when you open the chemistry for doctoral, we open that one, then we can read through the whole thing. They have admission requirements. They have so we can check the admission requirements. So he said a completed application, and they need a bachelor's degree. So for this particular one, which is a PhD in chemistry, the requirement is that you need a bachelor's degree. A bachelor's degree, meaning you can just finish your bachelor's in chemistry and go and do directly a PhD with your bachelor's degree. And they explain everything here. Yeah, so the international students must have a degree that is equivalent to a bachelor's degree in US, which is okay. You need a GPA. So if you're applying for a direct PhD, the best is to target what's the name 3.0. Should have a good GPA. That's 3.0 out of 4, or maybe 4.0 out of 5. They said GRA is no longer a requirement. So this is something. However, if you have it, fine. You need 3 letters of recommendations, your official transcript, your CV, statement of purpose, and English proficiency, but they waive it for us. The deadline, it says that fall semester, to guarantee full consideration for fall semester admission with funding, applications should be completed by January 15. So if you are watching me right now and you want to do a chemistry or something, Ohio University is one thing that you should start applying to right now. This is just chemistry. We can look at the other programs, and this is a direct PhD from bachelor's. So you did a bachelor's, you direct PhD, and they are even telling you if you apply by January 15, they consider you for the funding. And the funding usually are the graduate assistantships. So this is how it is. If you want to study application, just click here and apply. And like I said, if you want me to help you do the application, you can hit me up and then we can do the application. So that is it. That is for chemistry. If we go to the tuition and funding, say graduate student nominee, graduate distant teaching assistant is a requirement for graduate student support. So you must maintain a good standing where you are picked to continue to get the funding, teaching waivers and all that. So TAs, teaching assistants, and graduate research assistants are picked. Chemistry is mostly about research, so you get that. You also get some other fundings in addition. So this is telling us that they are considering you directly for funding, and that is something that you should look out for. So yeah, that is for Ohio University. Now we can go back and then check the other programs so that you know that it's not just chemistry. There are so many other programs. Yeah, there are so many programs. Just going through communication studies. So this is a doctoral degree in communication studies. So want to do communication, you did maybe a communication. These are students who have been there. So let's go first to funding. It's a graduate assistantship opportunities. Our school offers graduate assistantship approximately this. Assistantship provide full tuition waiver and a stipend of approximately this per academic year. So assistantships are flexible, blah blah blah. So they are telling you that they provide assistantship for what? Communication studies. And if you are someone who is applying for a PhD in communication studies, you can get it from direct. You don't have to go for masters, you can go directly to a PhD. Now let's go to admissions and see what they require for it. This is the online portal for you to start the application. Their deadline is January 1st, and they said international applicants should ship any mail document by this. But yeah, target this said all graduate teaching assistants are required to attend a 2 week blah blah blah. So you can read all this, but the January 1st is the required deadline. Now we can look at the application process and tips. Yeah, so they tell you, they give you all this. First, be sure to understand all that. The School of Communication does not require or consider GRE. So there's no GRE required for this, the communication. For non-English speakers, you need us. But if you did your master's or bachelor's in an English-speaking country, then that's fine. Your materials, you need recommendation letters, you need a writing sample. And this writing sample, it means that usually when they say writing sample, it could be a paper that you publish, your thesis. It could be a term paper. It could be a project document that you produce, you co-produced. It could be anything that you wrote. They want to see your writing skills, something that you did. So because you are coming to do communication studies, so it means you should have written something to communicate. And they are telling you this ability. They want to showcase. They want you to showcase your ability to write, construct arguments, and if possible to conduct research. And so do not submit a co-authored manuscript. So they don't want a manuscript, but they want it's something that you wrote yourself, maybe a term paper during your study, or something. It should be something that you wrote yourself. They need a meaningful statement of purpose, and that's something, yeah. And then that is it. So these are the documents that you need. And then if you get all these documents, and I assume this one too, they will take the bachelor. So you can also can apply for a direct PhD as well. But yeah, they didn't also mention yeah, maybe application fee. There may be application fee, but it's possible that it can be waived. And if you go through the same process. Now they also have a link, a person here. You can email the person if you have any question. Email this particular person about the course, and then you get all the answers. So this is communication studies. So please explore all the courses, or explore all the courses in Ohio University, because there's funding. So if you go through, you can continue. There are several of them. Their pages are so many. You can decide to. So let's go to maybe nursing, the nursing people, health people. So there's maybe nursing, this hybrid. So I'm looking for the one that is yeah, let's say DMP. I don't know what it is, but I'm sure that this is an online program. So please target the in-person, because online, yeah. This is also hybrid, but maybe if we continue, we can get health-related programs that are, yeah, maybe not. I don't know, but it's for you to go through. This is just one of the universities, so go through and look through and see if you find programs that you are interested in. But please make sure you widen your scope. Don't just limit yourself to what you did exactly in your bachelor's. Continue to widen your scope, and then you'll be able to. So this is also another university. The first one was Virginia Tech. Now this is Ohio University, and this Ohio University, you'll be you are likely to also get funding with this particular university. So this is the second university I wanted to share with you. And let me go back and see if there are some questions, and then we can yeah. Can you use civil engineering in the next illustration? So civil engineering, okay, I'll look for civil engineering for you. Francis Osei said, hello Freeman, for scholarship requesting for recommendation, can generic one's work in addressing to whom it may concern, and they should be specific in address. And no, they shouldn't be specific to whom it may concern works. It shouldn't be specific. I think even the one of the ones I used was also to whom it may concern. So, Mr. Generous, it can be to whom it may concern. So yeah, so it said to whom it may concern is fine. Generic one is fine, but if you get one that speaks to you directly, then it will also be very good because it will stand out. But the generic one also works. You don't have to, it doesn't have to be. He said, please tell me how many programs can we apply for Erasmus? Please, if you watch the video, I mentioned it. You can only apply for 3 programs. When you're applying for the Erasmus Mundus scholarship, please remember that you can only apply for 3 programs. So find the 3 best programs that you like and apply for them. Now I have a question here. He said, what about second class lower, wanting to read geography or any related program? Yes, you can apply, but you should also especially if, let's say, you have a low GPA. One thing I'll advise you is, if you have very good work experience after your degree, you did some work, you have some things, you have a job, you've done a lot of things, then it can help you. Because remember that once you are applying, others are also applying, some are applying with better GPA. So if there's funding, they may lean towards the people who have better GPA than you. That is the fact. But if you also have very good work experience and things that you've done that can help your application, then it makes you to stand out. So if you have a low GPA, it's something that you can also apply. Yeah. So DK Rich, that is it. In terms, someone asked me about undergraduate. Yes. So let this person, great man, check out on Wednesday. I'll be posting a video on undergraduate scholarship at Miami University. This one, you apply using the common app. So if you are done with your high school and you want to, or you have a niece, a nephew, or anything, use that video for undergraduate scholarship. I'll also continue to, maybe in the next live, I'll talk about undergraduate scholarships and all that. But one thing that I can tell you for the undergraduate scholarships is that usually if you have an SAT, if you have SAT, if you made maybe your daughter or your son or something, if you are watching as a parent and you want to secure some scholarships in the US for undergraduate, the best is you let them go and write SAT. If they write SAT, it gives them that upper hand. So if you are watching and you are targeting undergraduate scholarships, I will recommend that you write the SAT, and that will really help you. But even the one I'll be sharing on Wednesday, they say the SAT is optional, but definitely if you want funding, if you have an SAT, it will give you an upper hand. Yeah. So that is it. I've answered these ones now. Which other question? It said, please use civil engineer. Yes. So I'll do civil engineering for you, Francis Ose. I love your videos. Your brother in Ghana here happens to be a good friend to my elder brother. Yeah. Nathaniel, that's good. Yeah, I contacted the graduate coordinator for agriculture and applied economics program, but he said that they rarely give funding for master students. I think it will be for PhD. Yes. So Sadiq, please apply for the PhD. Even though you have a bachelor's, apply for the direct PhD. You can see I showed you there for the that was the Virginia Tech. You can also try for the what is the name? What's this? Ohio University. Sadiq, you should have been applying thousands of them by now. So we can check, see if we can find agricultural economics, something agriculture, and see if there's, and then I'll do the civil engineering for, yeah. So maybe they don't have an agriculture program at Ohio. Yeah, so maybe the closest to agriculture is plant biology. So use the Virginia Tech one and apply for a direct PhD. You have a bachelor's. Don't worry about doing the master. Just apply for a direct PhD. And usually they will favor the PhD for the funding than the masters. And like I showed you, they say that you only need what's the name? You only need bachelor's for it. So please go ahead and do the application. Now, Francis will say, this is civil engineer. I hope you are watching. So they have the online. Always target the on campus. So let's go for the doctoral one. So civil engineering, they tell you, but civil engineering, your field. GRE is required. Passing a written qualifying exam, and then so many other things. It's of course, your own program. They are this thing. So if you go to the PhD program, you can read through here. and tell admission process. International students, full-time enrollment in this with I-20 may be issued based on admission process. Read the whole thing here. They tell you everything that you need here. Francois say, if you want, you can contact this email, the coordinator, and ask them if there's a possibility of waiving the GRA for you. Maybe you've done a lot of projects. You can show it in your documents that you've done a lot of projects. Write to them and ask if they can waive the GRA for you, and then is it. And I think that's yeah, because this is your program, a very and here they said they want an MSc or closely related for the PhD, because civil engineering is a very tough program. So that is it. That's for Ohio. Let's check Virginia Tech if they have civil engineering graduate school. We can look for the program, academic programs. Then we go to civil. Let's go to C column. Yeah, they have civil engineering here. Now we can read through civil engineering. Yeah, so they have masters and they have PhD. This is the program coordinator. Let's go to the program page. Then, yeah, prospective students, they tell you what you need, how to apply. Then application for this is here. Admission is gradually blah blah blah. Admission students normally have a bachelor's degree. Yeah, so here they also accept the bachelor's degree. So you need a bachelor's degree to apply. Let's prospective students see what they prospective graduate students. Yeah, they tell you everything you need, all degree available. Information. Do not send multiple emails to staff members. Yeah. Now let's go degree of application deadline. So their deadline is also 15th January for the fall entry, finance, fellowship and awards. So they have fellowship and awards. Okay, let's look at the required application. So you need your transcripts, 2 letter of recommendation, a resume, GRA. Please note that our university code is the GRA is not required. So luckily, Francis will say you can go for the Virginia Tech University. The GRA is not required for civil engineering. So IELTS or TOEFL is not also required if you studied in English line. Can only be granted by this. IELTS may be submitted for TOEFL. Please note, physical. All international schools must provide TOEFL. Our departmental blah blah blah. Apply for a score below this. Other required documents, blah blah blah. You can read all this, but so Francois said, check Virginia Tech University Civil Engineering program, and then you can do the application for that one. If you need, in terms of funding, they have fellowships and awards. Let's look for the fellowships and award. So they have graduate fellowship and assistantship. Students who apply for finance aid in the application are automatically considered for the awards listed below. So they have several awards. So for instance, if you're applying during the application portal, there's a place where you tick whether you want to be considered for all the funding. Just tick that box and you automatically be considered for all these funding that are below here. There are some are 40,000, there are 32,000, and so many other ones. So if you get a graduate assistant for civil, and here the GRE is waived. So please try and do the application. Yeah. So that is for Virginia Tech and civil engineering. I hope I've satisfied what you really wanted to know. But for the Ohio, they need a GRE. So yeah, Ohio, they need a GRE for this. But apply for the Virginia Tech. If you want anything, just text me and we can do the application. Yeah, that is it. Yeah, let me see if there are any questions. How many programs can one apply? I've answered that. I said talk more about your mode of payment when one needs your assistance. Yeah, I'll talk about it at the end. Nicholas done. So yeah, I see that you've been trying to. Yeah, so I might even share my screen and then show you one of them. But the truth is that you can pay with anything, even with mobile money from Ghana. The only thing is when you get to the payment part where you see the where they ask you for your card, when you scroll below, you see a point where you can choose other payment options. And when you click on it, you will find it. You will find the other payment options. The only thing is that if I share my screen from here, because we don't have mobile money here, I will not see the mobile money option. But if you are paying from Ghana, you will see the mobile money option. So when you choose the package that you want and you get to the payment part, and then they're asking for your card and you cannot use your card, just scroll below. You will see a yellow or so, uh, yeah, a yellow write up that says that choose other payment options. And when you click on it, you can see mobile money and other form. If you also are finding it difficult, if you read the description of the package you want to pay for, I have a mobile money number there, and then you can do the payment directly and then send me the payment receipt, so you don't have to have a problem with the payment. Shouldn't be a problem because others have done it and it works. So do you need a separate application when applying for multiple programs at the yes, so every program you see in the video that I showed is one single application. You do the application. When you are done, you go and look for your second course. So you only apply by course, the catalog that I showed. You click on that course, you apply. When you are done, you go to the next one, click on it and apply. But you don't need a separate application for admission and scholarship. No, because it's done by that single consortium. That single application you do for that course is accepted for both admission and scholarship. I have HND in civil engineering, BSc in chemistry. Can I go for PhD in civil engineering? I'll rather suggest that you go for PhD in chemistry. So your Anikwe, please go for PhD in chemistry because of your bachelor's degree. Because the HND, I don't know if you are from Nigeria. If it is Nigeria, I think your HNDs are usually up closer to the bachelor's. But you can put both certificates and transcripts there. But I will entreat you to go for a PhD in chemistry rather, and not civil engineering. But if you still want to shoot your shot, go ahead. But that is my personal advice. You can decide not to go for that. Yeah. With a CGPA of 3.4, BEd chemistry, can you apply for straight to PhD? Yeah, if it is 3.4 out of what? Is it out of 4 or out of 5? So if it is out of 4, perfect, you can apply. But if it's out of 5, that is a bit low for direct PhD. But if you have, like, let's say, work experience after after your bachelor's, you can do the application. Yeah. The reason why I'm saying it's quite low is that when you do the application, they will accept it. You may get admission, but getting the funding is what is, because ask yourself, if you were the one reviewing and there are 20 people and the funding can only go for 10 people, you will definitely go for the ones who have very good grades and those who have very good experience. So, I mean, it's just how the world works. So you can do the application, funding. You may be lucky too. You may be lucky you can get a funding. What you can also do if you have a low GPA is to use the cold email. Go online, look for professors who are working in your field, and you want to work with them in the universities. Write to them using the cold email format. I have a video, or I have videos on them on my YouTube channel. Use the cold email and then contact them. Some of them, when immediately they accept you, your grade will not matter. So you can use that Ayala and do the application. I studied BSc Management Education. Apart from MBA, what other programs can I pursue at the master's level? Better still, can I go for, yeah, if you have a BSc in Management Education, there are several programs. So let's go to the Ohio graduate programs. So education, if I just type education here, there are several types of education programs. So what type of education? Yeah, art education, what education. You can also use you can also use you can also check the other universities, Virginia Tech. Go through the courses. There are several of them. To be anything that you see that is closer to what you want to do, then you can apply for it. So yeah, go for it. Now maybe let me share. So that was Ohio. Let's go to Virginia Tech. Let's go to education. So there's, look at this course, education leadership and policy studies. This is one course that you can apply for at Virginia Tech. If we go to the program website, then they tell us everything. Yeah, here, who we are, blah blah blah, complete interest form and all that. If you have any question, let's say here, deadline maybe August 1st, but January apply. If it's PhD, this you apply by, yeah, January, just apply by January, and then you can read everything that they need here. For example, the let's see, they apply now. They tell you complete interest form. Yeah, they have complete interest. So they have a form that you use to express interest. So if you want this particular program, education program, right, fill this form and submit it. Better still, go through here. You see the course coordinator, education leadership news. The course coordinator is a national recognized faculty. Look for the course coordinator amongst them, and then send them an email explain asking that, oh, you hold this. You can even attach your yeah, you can attach your CV, your transcripts and all that, and then ask them if you qualify for that particular education program. So that is it for that one, for this particular education program. But widen your scope. Don't just let it stay within one education program. There's higher education here as well. So read about that one. So this is at Virginia Tech. You can also do something like human development. It's also good. What else can you do? I'm just going through. Yeah, if you qualify for philosophy, you can do it. Yeah, someone was asking about public health. They have a public health course here. Yeah, so these are the program. Please read all of them and choose which one you think. But I've mentioned a few, so you can start from there. Yeah, so that is it for Adingo Nathaniel. Yes, please. I'm satisfied now. Good. So, Francis, go ahead and do the application. What if you are accepted for multiple programs in the Erasmus? How can you, or anybody, don't worry about this program. When you apply for three and then and they give you all the three, you choose the one you want. Yeah, this is a very positive problem. So this is not a problem you should worry about. Huh? When you choose all those three, when you apply for them, they pick you in all those three. You choose the one you want, and then usually when they pick the students, they have reserve list because some people will drop. So if you get three and then you choose one and leave the other two will then shift to the reserve people. So that's a positive information. Whenever, go ahead and do the application. It's out of 4. Yeah. So if it's out of 4, it's very good. 3.4 out of 4. That's a very good GPA. So please look for the courses in this Virginia Tech, Ohio University. If you find a course that you want, go ahead and do a direct PhD application. And you are likely to get funded. If you want assistance, you can book a session and I'll do the application for you. I have an MBA in finance, GPA of 3.4 out of 4. Is PhD advisable? Yes, PhD is advisable. Go ahead and do your PhD in finance. You can do PhD in accounting. If you check, yeah. So if I share this accounting and information systems, so they have a PhD business course. If we go to that course, so this at Virginia Tech. See the details there. This is a course that you can do. This is a PhD program you can do. If you want to read about it, they have all the information here about us, accounting. Yeah, about us. So the faculty, blah blah blah. They always have a contact person. Write to the contact person. I have a this, and I'm looking to explore PhD in this. What are the prospects of admission and their funding opportunities available? This is what I get. Attach your documents and send it to the person, and they will advise you on how to do the application. But yeah, this is about it. You can read about it. I don't want to go through it again, but read about it yourself, and I'm sure you can do. Yeah, so Jimmy, go ahead and do the application. Or is there an option to select the programs on the Erasmus Mundus as 1, 2, and 3? No, this is not like the DAAD scholarship. You can't choose 3. Every application is independent of itself. So whatever when you apply for the number one, that number one is on its own. It has nothing to do with the others. So you cannot choose priority. Apply for them, and then when you win all 3, then you choose the one you want. Simple and easy as that. Please, it's a 3.7 out of 5 advisable for a PhD program. You can try. I mean, it's not bad. You can try. Hopefully you get admission and funding, but you can try. And people have gotten funding with very low GPA, so you are not the first person. Go ahead and do the application, but especially if you have good work experience, then it's something that you may be able to benefit from. So go ahead and do the application. I have some comments on WhatsApp. Let me go to WhatsApp right now. It said, please, I have 3.2 BSc accounting. It's accounting in accounting. Can I get full funding? And what field do you? So go and apply. I've just mentioned Virginia Tech. I've also mentioned Ohio University. They have accounting programs. Go and check and then do the application for accounting programs in those universities. That is it. So the heart to heart. Now let's go to the last program, the last university before I go. And this is especially for those who have done WES, that's the World Evaluation Service. If you have done WES evaluation, then this particular oh no, this is not even the last one. But yeah, let's go to the WES evaluation one. And this is at Ball State University. This is one of the universities in the US that gives funding. So if you want to attend this Ball State University, check this particular university. They give very good funding for international students as well. So please check this particular university. Graduate programs. If you go to their graduate programs, teaching financial aid. If you go to let's go to finance first. Let's do finance first. They give updates here. They have scholarships, blah blah, grants, scholarships. You can read about it and all that. But I want us to look at the graduate assistantships. So let's go to graduate assistant. If you search Ball State University graduate, they have Department of Chemistry. This is the one offered at the department, but all the other departments also have graduate assistantships. So do you need to help pay? Do you need help paying all the blah blah blah? Are you interested in this? Our graduate assistant awarded to top students based on academic performance and teaching potential are excellent, and they tell you the stipend, you don't pay tuition and some money for books and all that. They'll tell you the responsibilities that you do. So it's either a teaching assistant, a graduate assistant, or a research assistant, or this is also a graduate assistantship. So how to apply? I said check the box on the graduate school application that you are interested in assistantship. So for them, when you're applying for admission, they will just tell you in the portal that, oh, when you get to the funding part, do you wish to be considered for graduate assistantship? You just need to tick, and they will automatically consider you. So that is for Ball State University. Let's go to their graduate programs and see what programs they have, and then we can go take it from there. So if you come to master's degree, they have accounting. So the person asked me from WhatsApp, if you go to Ball State University, they have accounting masters. You can apply for it, or you can go for PhD. The PhD, there's no accounting. The person also asked me about education. They have adult and community education here. Education, see, there are several education programs here. So please, you target Ball State University. Ball State University, and then go ahead and do the application. And so these are the master's programs. So if you go through, there are several master's programs available. There are also PhD programs. So we can choose one of them. We can also choose the master's, environmental science PhD. For example, you did some, I want to widen the scope. So that is it. Now let's go to graduate assistantships for environmental science. See, they have to. They say most individual departments award the assistant beginning of fall. For best consideration for assistant, all application materials should be submitted by February 1st. For them, it's February 1st for the following academic year. for the following academic, and by January 1st if you are an international student. For international student, apply by 1st January, submit all your documents, and you'll be considered for the scholarship, for the assistantship. In this case too, you just need to tick the box there and say that you want to be considered for graduate assistantship for a PhD in environmental science. So that is the program overview. We can read everything here. For program requirements, you must complete an approved program coursework, blah blah blah, course catalog, tuition, everything is explained. So apply for this program, then they'll tell you what do you need. So now this is West. This is where the West comes in. So maybe it's per department, but you can read. They have the director of graduate service here. They will also put the email of the program coordinator. You can email them, like I always say, try and email them. So the deadlines are there. If you're seeking internal funding, Gary as a please apply by this. For the international student, apply by January 1st. But apply as soon as possible. So you need to application processing form. You have to apply. You need your CV, 3 letter of recommendation, statement of paper, writing sample, transcripts, or credential evaluation through complete history. The transcript, our transcript evaluation. So for them, they require that you evaluate. So those I asked in my group yesterday whether they did West evaluation. Check this particular university. If you have West evaluation, you can apply for these programs. And one thing about Ball State is that they have what's the name? They have an application fee, but if you attend an information session, then you don't have to pay for that application. It's just like the Dartmouth College. So the information session is just a live session, and they come online and educate you about the university, about the program, blah 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 blah. And at the end, they'll give you a waiver code, or they will just waive the application fee for you. So yeah, they say there's an application fee of $60, but there are several ways of waiving them. But if you attend this graduate program information session, so for example, we open it, and then we just need to virtual session, and then you tell you which department you are applying to, and then you fill in your documents, you graduate admission calendar, blah blah. When you choose, so for example, this particular department. So let's say we're going to the Department of Sciences and Humanities. So they have clinical, blah blah blah. The ones that you click on them, register for it, and attend. When you attend, your application fee will be waived. Very simple. So that is how that one works. So please check out Ball State University. No application fee. The only thing you need to do is the West evaluation, and then that is it. So if we go back here, we can check all the other programs, our graduate programs. So their masters are there, the PhDs are there. Please go through and choose the one you want. If it's the masters you want, let's say the masters in accounting. Read through here. They say everything, they mention everything here. We can check the financial aid part, and then yeah, it's the same thing that we saw earlier. So if you also have any this thing, just write to the program coordinator. This is their email address. Write to them. Tell them, okay, you are interested in this program. You want to graduate assistantships. So if you click on it, it takes us to that same place. So we are good. He said the Miller College of Business offers several graduate assistantships to full-time graduate business students. In addition to many other assistantships available at Ball State University, Department of Accounting. Yeah, so they will waive your tuition, blah blah blah. To apply for this, you must be admitted as a graduate. Apply for an assistantship online or contact the accounts department office this. The deadline for application is March 1. So if you want to apply, you apply. And then you write to the program coordinator that you want to be considered for assistantship. Bingo. If you need to do extra application, they will tell you. If not, that is it. So that is for Ball State University. The last university that I have is the University of Maine. This particular university too has a lot of programs, and I'll just talk about one program. After this, I'll drop the names in the comment section. I'm sure you are listening. So they have several programs. This is degree offered, blah blah blah. Please go through. They also have very good funding. If I choose one of the programs, maybe biological sciences, then either a PhD or master, you can read through here. Is that all applicants will be automatically considered for teaching and research assistantships. Many students are supported by research grants, blah, 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 blah. So here they already just said it directly. So you just need to apply. See it here. Apply for admission for a PhD in biological science or a master's in biological science. So if you are in any of these, then you can apply for it. This is the program page. This is the contact email. If you have anything, write to them. Biological science, if you go to the page, then we can read everything here, program requirements. So requirement for the MSc and business. So you read through, tell them what is needed. They'll tell you written proposal, blah, blah, blah. Read this. This is for you to read. So read all that. The requirements are there, and then when you meet or when you have all those documents, then you do the application. So this is the fourth university. So I've talked about Virginia Tech University. I can put them there. Yeah, I mean, for yeah, let me answer these questions. But sir, please, with the GP of this, do you advise a person to target a master's first before the PhD? Go for the PhD directly. No, go for the PhD directly because yeah, go for the because most of the time the funding they will definitely prioritize the PhD, like somebody said. So go for the PhD directly and let's see. Hmm. Go for the PhD directly. Now there is Sadiq says that do they only accept the West evaluation of credentials? Because I evaluated my transcript with Spartan. So if we go back to Ball State University, maybe we can go back and see. Okay, we can go back and see. You know, admission. So apply for admission. Let's see whether they accept all the other ones. So transcript and credential requirements. So if you click on it, how to submit your transcripts. If they are sent via the electronic delivery to this or received by administration office in a sealed envelope. So this particular course, you need when they say official, it should be direct from your university to this email or sealed in existence. But the West thing, you have to check really and see if it is West that they need. But I think Spartan is also working. They said in NASIS member. So maybe Spartan is okay. Let me check if these are the members. If Spartan is one of them. Let's go to PS. Yeah, I can't. View agencies. Current members. You said which one was Spantran. Yeah, Spantran is here. So Spantran is accepted. These are all other organizations you can use. So it's not just West, but Spantran is accepted. So please, Sadiq, go ahead and do the application for find a program at Ball State and do application. Yeah, Spantran is it. So can I go directly for PhD with BA Management and Psychology coursework with GP of 3.22 or 4? Yes, you can. Try the application. Try and apply. You can find a program in these four universities. So I mentioned Virginia Tech University. I did Ohio University. I did Ball State University, and then I did University of Maine. These four universities, target them because they have funding. Find a course that you like, and then do the application. Okay, so I think I've done all that today. I've completed. Um, I've completed what I wanted to do today, and I'm happy that I've been able to answer all the questions. If you still have any question, please drop it in the comment section right now, and then I'll attend to it. Otherwise, I'll end the live stream very soon. So if you have any question, let me check on the TikTok. This Yeah, I already answered you. What schools for the biological science? The biological science was University of Maine, Maine, University of Maine. Type it on Google and then go to graduate programs and you'll see it there. So go for that. You know, they have good funding too. Mm, yeah, so that's University of Maine. Any other question? Thank you and God bless you. Yeah, God bless you too. Please, I have a CGP of 3.78 in BSc Forestry and Wildlife Management and 4.96 in MSc Wildlife Management. Please, how do I get my transcript evaluated? Just type WES evaluation or West Evaluation Service on Google and you can do it. It's an online portal. You upload your this and pay a fee and then do evaluate. But for you, you this person that is asking your course, I think as I know the one I sent a certain link the last time. There's a portal that has that has opportunity for those in wildlife and all that. I'll just share my screen for that one, and then you can. So this is for Texas A&M University and Range Life Wildlife Fisheries Management. They have a job board, and here they post all positions for your department, and then you can see this is an MSc opportunity. This is a PhD in fisheries. You can check, and it's updated all the time. And this is not just the university; there are all the other universities that have this. They post their opportunities there. So check this website. I'll drop it in the comment section right now for you. Oh shit. Uh, so yeah, wildlife. Um, yeah. So that's the because I cannot. Yeah. So I'll drop the link in the comment section right now for you, so that you can use it to check opportunities. If you have anything, text me and then text me on WhatsApp, and then we can. But this is a page. They have several of them, and it's updated all the time. So this ecological environmental, so solid waste, school of environmental, blah blah blah, marine forest. There are so many opportunities, most of them in US and Canada. So check this particular website. If you have anything, text me on yeah, text me on WhatsApp, and then we can talk on it. But yeah, that is it. So please go ahead. Yeah, put the link in the comment section. Is there any last year, University of Maine gave me admission but couldn't give me assistance. I don't want to apply for them this year. Okay, so explore others. I've given you 4 universities. Try all of it. You have to persist. Continue. Push all the time and continue. Okay, so I think I've answered all the questions. If there's no other question, I'll end the live right now, and then we meet again next week. I invite you all to go to my YouTube channel. YouTube channel. You check just type my name, Freeman Lamy. You find my YouTube. You'll find my YouTube there. If you type the name you see on the screen, you'll find my YouTube, and all the videos about scholarships and opportunities are there. And then I wish that you do the application. Don't just look at them. Do the application. Watch the videos, like it, and share. Invite others to also benefit from it, so that we can grow as a community. So I wish you all the best. The most recent video is my Erasmus Mundus video, Erasmus Mundus scholarship. I made a video yesterday about it. Uh, then yeah, go watch the video and do the application. And I wish you all the best. So good luck, and I'll see you again next week, same time for our live session for another session. Yeah, good luck. YouTube. So you check my YouTube. My name, let's type my name, Freeman. You find my face. Okay, you.